News now to report involving our own network. News to us here at CNN and you at home. CNN's chairman and CEO Chris Licht is leaving the network. Licht took over the network a little over a year ago. For now, a leadership team will take Licht's place, led by Amy Entellus, who's the executive vice president of talent and content development, along with Virginia Mosley, the EVP of editorial, Eric Sherling, our programming EVP, and David Levy, our new chief operating officer.
Yeah, it's a power sharing accord at CNN there. Well, that escalated quickly, y'all. Chris Licht, CEO of CNN, is gone. He's out now. And this was just a week after a massive article published by The Atlantic came out. So let's just go to this. It was a 15,000 word profile, a story for which Licht gave extensive access to reporter Tim Alberta. The story presented Licht as failing to turn around CNN's rating problems and lacking the support of staff. It also quoted him criticizing CNN's past coverage decisions and making questionable choices about the staging of the raucous Trump town hall, a live forum in which the president spewed falsehoods and insulted moderator Caitlin Collins, while an audience filled with Trump supporters cheered. Yeah, I read this entire article, and if you guys haven't, you should, from The Atlantic. But one of the choice pieces, and perhaps part of why he's out, is that not only did it seem like he made bad programming choices and decisions like this town hall, but he was also incredibly unfriendly, moved his offices very, very far from his staff, and was unable to kind of like, sell the BS like you kind of want a CEO to do. It's like, if you're gonna be an empty suit, please be an empty suit that extends your hand and shakes it, So in this one point, Tim Alberta reports that at a holiday dinner for his DC-based talent at Cafe Milano, Licht spent much of the dinner looking at his phone, including reading a critical story about him in Puck. So he's just Googling him. He's the Ted Cruz of the media world. I'm just gonna spend my time, I could be talking to people, but no, I'm gonna be on my phone and Google myself. I got a Google alert on my own name. So it's clear he wasn't making a lot of friends in the building. But Rayyvana, I'm curious about your thoughts on, is this gonna turn things around for CNN? Was this the right move? Thoughts?
I think, first of all, I'll say I think that wherever Don Lemon is, he's laughing right now. Not a big fan of Don Lemon. I think he, engaged in some misogyny while he was on his job. But I mean, right before you are ousted, you're firing one of your hosts that has the most name recognition. All right. I think that CNN's problems are going to persist because their issue is they don't have hosts that have that same household name recognition that other networks do. I mean, they had Chris Cuomo for years and years and years, and they had to let him go for, I think fair reasons. He violated ethics. He had to go. But so their issues are beyond what Licht was going to be able to fix, I think. But his response to their issues was to pivot to the right, and obviously within a year that made no difference. It only further hurt their ratings. So I think that just goes to show that their right turn experiment was a massive failure, and obviously not the resolution to their issues with their programming and with their ratings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have so many thoughts because I read that article about Licht, and I think it's very emblematic of a new sort of cavalier CEO coming into a position thinking that he's gonna be the silver bullet to change everything, right? Like he's gonna turn things around, and things weren't great under Zucker. They were already sort of going south. Zucker, by the way, who oversaw the massive mistakes, or in his book, wins, giving tons of airtime and free advertising to Donald Trump, then being on the receiving end of all of Trump's ire being called fake news, and so on and so forth. And ironically, he only gets ousted because he had an affair with another executive and didn't disclose that, like of all the things, right? So for me, I feel like Licht is just this empty suit who thought he could turn it all around. Oh no, it'll be different this time. Well, no, we'll just get all the Trump voters out here. It'll be great. And he lost the respect, not just of the people in the building, but he also lost the respect of the viewers. What I really believe, though, is that Licht was not making and is not making decisions for this network. Whoever is in this position is making decisions on behalf of David Zaslav, the head of Time Warner Discovery that owns CNN. And Zaslav, if he wants that rightward turn, he's gonna get that rightward turn. I don't think that Zaslav fired Licht because of the Trump town hall. Hell no, I'm sure he was fine with it. He fired him because he didn't like the article, that he got a bunch of access. He's like, why did you give all this access to this journalist? It makes us look bad, you look bad, and that's it. So they're gonna hire someone as bad, if not worse, than Licht. Because to me, this is a Tom Wambsgans situation, talking about succession. He's the empty suit, and Logan Roy or Mattson is above him making all the decisions. Sorry, that's a spoiler. God damn it. Apologies. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna turn around, and I'm mad generally because it's like they also cut such good programming. They cut long form stuff. I'm a big fan of like long form documentary stuff. A lot of news networks, they never invest in long form or investigative stuff. They never invest in documentaries. CNN was one of the few places that had those shows. I just say whoever's gonna bring those back, but sadly, I don't think they will.